now, right? Top 6 is Liverpool, Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, very surprisingly, Chelsea, Newcastle, and Man City. How different do you think this will be at the end of the season?
Liverpool, Arsenal.
Okay. City,
Chelsea, Newcastle.
City, Chelsea, Newcastle. Oh, wow.
Nottingham Forest is just initial ground.
We both play in Division 4, right?
Yeah, you guys suck. Your team is good, right? The game is fun. You meet people.
Yeah.
But the game teaches you like teamwork, right?
Okay.
This is the OBAs podcast, the King's podcast.
Let's start with the holiday season.
Like Christmas holiday or like holiday.
No, Christmas holiday. And, well, I know that you didn't... Did you work?
Man, they try to make me work for Christmas holiday. I told the guy, I am not working during Christmas holiday. Let me just keep that straight with you. I'm coming on the 23rd, but on the 24th, I'm traveling. So I just told him straight up, like, I don't work on Christmas.
Yeah.
It's like, next year you're going to work. I'm like, next year I'm in Mexico. I have to make it easier. Because, like, it doesn't make any sense for, like, I've never worked during Christmas, so trying to make me work during Christmas is like, I'm not doing it straight up. Like,
yeah.
Maybe I'll cover next year, but like right now, I won't.
Yeah, the holidays have to be free for relaxing, I beg.
Yeah, like, but I think because for us, it's just because of facilities, right?
Yeah. That's like it's going to be hot that season.
Yeah,
so you actually based on that, I agree with your boss. Like I can see why he would try to get you involved because you guys are going to be probably very busy during that period.
Yeah, they just need like one person to be around. So he's been around for the last maybe he said 2-3 years. So he needs someone else to try to put it on the new guy.
Yeah.
Not me.
Like, I wanted to talk to you about my trip to Thailand.
Yeah.
And that was after I found out that you went to Dominican Republic a while ago.
Yeah, man, Dominican was nice. Like, I think if I want to rank my trips, I would say I'll go with Jamaica first. And then Mexico second. And Dominican third. Now, the reason I say Dominican third is they barely speak English there. It's all Spanish. But like in Mexico, you can find like they kind of understand what you're saying. Right?
Yeah.
But like the Dominican is just straight Spanish.
So it's hard. They barely speak English. Wow. So
like you have to like use translator on your phone. But like in Mexico, the people actually hear there's a few people that actually speak English, right?
Yeah.
And they understand you, but like Dominican was different. But the good thing about it is, for me, I just like to enjoy, take a break once a year, go somewhere, and you have something to talk about. The experience that you went through. So,
what do you think were the best things that you did in Dominican?
Number one was what do they call that stuff?
Horse riding?
No, not horse riding. The cart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it was really not there, right? It was.
It's like a car where somebody's pushing you.
No, you know those. I can't remember what they call it. Like those carts that they drive, like it's like four-wheelers, like four-wheeling.
Okay.
Yeah, so we went four-wheeling, we're driving on that thing.
Are you driving or someone else driving?
I'm driving.
Oh, really? Okay.
And then the ziplining from my heart, man. Like, I was like, Jesus, take the wheel, man.
No.
So you do the I'm scared. I'm trying to I'm fighting.
Was it your first time doing something?
Yeah, I don't like heights, man.
Yeah,
no matter what you do.
I'm already sweating.
Dude, and first of all, now my instincts are kicking in. Like, I'm trying to do the YDZ, okay? how strong is this zip line?
Yeah. What's your reason for that?
I'm like, how strong is this zip line? How far can I travel? What if it fails? What's the distance from the zip line to the floor? Dude, I'm doing all the calculus in my head. Like, all the engineering principles are starting to click in. I'm like, if this thing fails, man, what's the degree of failure? Like, my head is spinning. So I go through the first one. I'm like, yeah, thank God. The height keeps going up.
Oh, okay. So they start you at like a...
I start you at moderate height.
They're teasing you.
And then you go the second one. So I do the first two. The third one is easy. Then the fourth one, they told me go take a bridge, right? That's the highest. I'm like, no, I cut it at that point. I cut it at that point. This is where I'm stopping. The third one, I did the third one, and then you end up in a water park. And slide into the water park.
Do they drop you, or you just go through all
Basically, they just push you.
Yeah. And then you
just hold the clamp, and when you get there, there's like a stop system that when you hit,
it kind of grabs you.
It kind of stops the motion, right?
Yeah.
But you have to be mindful the way you land.
Is someone going to be there to pick you up?
There's two people at the end.
Or both ends?
At both ends. So there's one to ensure it clamps. You're probably clamped and you're probably tied to the end. But man, like, my heart was skipping. I'm like, I don't want to hear a story. What would they say? He went to Dominican and did ziplining.
The black man went to ziplining in Dominican Republic.
Bro, I'm like, this is not going to be my story, man. Because you watch all those YouTube videos, right? And you see like the systems fail. I'm like, first of all, is this system certified? Like, that's the first thing that's going through my head. Is like, okay, when was the last time they make sure it was well tied in, right?
What's the maintenance like?
Yeah, what's the maintenance like? Because it's instinct, right? Like, zip lining is fun, but like when you're outside the country, you want to know it is safe.
Yeah.
And like your safety instincts are kicking in every single time. And then they make you sit like this. Because that's how your emotion is being gone.
Is there any sort of training that they put you through before they say go?
No.
Or it's like
they just talk to you what to do.
No.
They tell you what to do.
No.
And that's what you're doing. Bro, my heart was skipping. I am not even...
Fuck that. What else you do?
That was it. And then...
So the karting, ziplining.
And then we went to Dominican village.
Oh yeah.
And then they just show you their local drinks, the first people that moved in there. It's kind of a history. But when you think of it, it's just like, basically it's money grab. Like, that's how I see it, because
like money grab from like the people in like how they set it up.
Yeah. I wouldn't call it money grab. Let me just say money grab, but it's tourism.
Yeah.
So you're paying for those stores, but when you convert the money back, you're like, bro,
what did I just pay for?
And you're paying in USD. You're not paying.
That's one thing I don't understand. Because one of my friends that went to Tanzania, it was something similar where she was going for a cooking class in Tanzania, and they were charging her in USD.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's that about? I don't know what their local currency is, but I'm pretty sure it's not USD.
Yeah. So now you're pissed off, one, because it was at 40 cents per dollar, so you're paying 40 cents more, right? If it's $100, 100 US, you're paying 140 Canadian. Because now they're not taking their own local currency. But it's gain. It's part of how they make the money. You can't get mad. You can't get mad.
Yeah.
You just have to have a budget in your head that's like, on this trip, I'm not spending.
This is my limit.
This is my limit. Once we hit that car, that's it.
How was Canadian dollars? What did they spend in Dominican Republic?
So they have their own dollars.
Oh, they have
Dominican dollars, but they only take USD.
So you can only buy with USD.
That's how some places are. Because do you want to really convert money? Like,
Yeah.
It's not what it's...
So what I'm trying to ask is, did you find things cheaper compared to what it would cost here in Canada, like to buy food, maybe to get on a cab to move around?
No, it's cheap.
It's cheap.
It's cheap.
Okay.
It's cheap.
Because my fear is if I'm spending USD, my heart rate is usually just up right away.
Bro,
Like,
if my manager is watching this, I need to get paid in USD. I
would feel more secure if I'm getting paid in USD for some weird reason.
Man, when you come back and just look at your credit card statement,
you don't be seeing the conversion rates.
You're like, man, I need to work hard this week. I need to work hard this week to make up that money. But the good thing is, the experience lives with you forever, right? It's a story you can tell, and that's why I'm encouraging more people to travel, because you don't want to spend your whole life in like Canada, you know, experience the world or anything, right? To me, it doesn't make any sense. And most of these places are all inclusive. If you don't want to take all inclusive, you can stay in a hotel, which is not bad either, but just have to stay in a central location. But basically, because you're on the resort, there's activities on the resort. So there's like pool party, they have like show nights, they have show nights, they have different things on the resort. But if you want to step out, then you have to do your own thing, right?
Yeah.
It's not bad. Like on a normal dinner, like solid good food outside the resort was like 20 USD, 25, which is equivalent to going to Cactus here, right?
Yeah.
But the quality of food is fresh.
Yeah.
That's just it. If you're eating that one, you're like, this food is fresh.
Yeah, that was my same experience in Thailand.
But
the quality of food is just like so much better.
Yeah, bro, they feed us. I don't know what is even fresh in Canada. except you're getting halibut from fish from like Port Hardy. That's the only thing that's like fresh. Dude, that's the only fresh thing I've eaten in this country. Is when I was living in Port Hardy.
Yeah, that's not a lie. Like fish is one of the freshest foods you get here.
Yeah. No, I'm serious. Like when I was living in Port Hardy, the freshest thing I've eaten was fish. I'm not even joking. Like every other thing is like,
what am I eating? What is this?
Yeah, okay, maybe buying meat from farm. That's another quality stuff. Yeah, like when you go to the store.
Okay,
when you go overseas, you're like everything is fresh.
Yeah. And it's not like overseas, like to a better place. It's like overseas to like Thailand.
Dude, you know what's funny is like I eat so much on trip, I don't add weight. But as soon as I come back, so I'm thinking, is it because I'm doing more walking and eating, or is
it's because they are feeding us a lot of trash here? That's the truth.
So I'm like, okay, how am I eating so much? Dude, I'll eat, because you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner and snacks. My weight stays the same. I'm actually losing weight. I'm not joking. Like, I lose when I go on this trip, I lose 5 to 7 pounds. But then I come back. It's like as soon as you get to the airport or somewhere, eat the first food, your stomach just changes. I'm like, I don't know what they're feeding us here, but whatever they're feeding us,
it's pretty wild. And even sometimes you can eat the same type of food. Like if you're someone that likes rice here, or maybe you like pasta, like go somewhere else, eat that same pasta, and then you come here. It has an entirely different effect.
Man, but so Thailand, what would you say was the highlight, because I saw you doing one time. I'm like, guy, you're on holiday. Like, who goes on holiday to do training?
I had to fight for that training time. My wife almost killed me.
I'm like, this guy is on vacation. Just enjoy it. I went to the gym I went to the gym 3 times, pretty much. But like,
guy, I'm like, that means you understand. What made you go to the gym the 3 times that you went?
we had soccer, and I know that if I don't train like 2 days or 3 days, if I play soccer, man, the recovery is
mad.
The recovery is like 3 days.
And that's if you don't play for a long period of time.
Yeah, so like skipping, I just try to like do much walk 10,000 steps. I make sure I get that 10,000 steps, because if you come back, it's like the first run you run, and it's like, coach, take me out.
Yeah.
But speaking of soccer, man, this year they cook their
God, they are cooking us. Wait, actually, speaking of soccer, before we talk about soccer, let me just show you the best, let me say 2 or 3 things that I did in Thailand.
Yeah.
Right? If this laptop can work.
You have HP.
Okay.
I haven't seen someone that uses HP for the longest.
Guy, you deceive me. My HP, I've had this laptop for maybe 7 years now. This laptop is an OG.
Bro, I had my MacBook for 12 years. I just gave it up.
Oh, yeah?
It finally...
What model? Like a 2015 model?
No, I bought that thing in 2011, man. 2012. I bought it 2012. When we came to... So when I came to UV, that's when I bought that laptop. I'm like, finally, thank you. I can buy a new one right now. Like, the thing refused to die, man. I was begging it, please, give up on me.
Some MacBooks sometimes are very, very long lasting.
Yeah.
The first thing, I think this was the most terrifying thing I did.
Feeding elephants.
It was just a lot at first to look at something as big as this.
Bro. Man, that trunk hits you by one chance, you're done.
Yeah. This.
But isn't elephant like they're like, don't they let me not say anything.
No, don't they what?
Don't they worship?
But don't they worship the elephants?
Yeah.
I think Thailand is one of those places that they look at elephants as sacred.
Yeah, as a god.
Yeah, as a mythical sacred animal. So they do some extra.
Yeah, so because I know some cultures are like that, right?
Yeah.
Certain animals are like sacred to them.
Yeah. Indians are also one of those people that consider elephants as sacred. Okay. One thing about this elephant, this one, they claim that this one is a grandma. She's like maybe like a 70-year-old woman. Not that, but you can look at her as like a 70-year-old woman. And this thing that she's doing, she's doing that because she does not have teeth anymore.
Oh.
So she's like really like she will like squish the sugar cane and she will bat it until it gets munchy.
Yeah.
Because if you look at this other guy is just chowing this stuff. I don't know if it's spanned to the other guy. But this granny, she will like do this thing and like roll it and munch.
You can tell like she's older from the trunk and the skin of her body.
Yeah, like she's a bit paler.
Yeah,
this other guy. This one will just chow it right away.
That just seems massive, man.
Yeah, actually, at first I was disappointed in the size, but then they brought out the big one. I was like, okay, yes, this is the elephant I was talking about. Okay, so that's one, elephants. The second thing, let me show you, snorkeling. Have you ever snorkeled?
Nah, me and water. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not going on that water.
I can't trust me, bro. I feel you can't swim. Okay, then you're definitely not going to go.
Dude, I almost drowned once. After that,
that's as a black man. I'm proud of you for almost drowning.
I'm not joking, man. So I still have scars. We went tubing in Coricha. If my mother hears this, she'll tell me not to ever do it. Dude, we go tubing, right?
Yep.
And everybody's going inside the tube. Things are cool. My turn to go inside the tube flipped upside down. Now I'm under the dock. Everywhere is dark. I'm serious, man.
Oh my god.
How am I going to scream?
Did you have like a vest on?
I had a vest.
Okay.
But
no, it's still a terrifying experience. I don't doubt that.
You know, at the dock, right?
Yeah.
The dock is deeper because that's where boats and because you have boats that hang around there. So in my head, I'm like, yeah, maybe it's not that shallow, right? Dude, I went under. Do you know what? I didn't feel the ground. I'm under wood. It's dark. I said, nah, not today, man. If I'm going to go down, it's not today, bro. So I put in my two hands because the dock has opening on.
Yeah.
So I just put in my grip strength that up. I'm like, I'm gripping this thing for life. Like,
I'm never going to let
until they pull me out of here, I am not. Dude, I put my hand like that. I'm under. I'm stretching my leg like this. That's how they put me out under the dock. I'm like, should I continue this tubing?
No, hell no.
Dude, I continue.
Really?
I already paid money. I'm sorry.
Really?
I said if I did not die under the dock, I would not die floating down the river.
Kings and Queens. This episode is brought to you by PepperDem Suya Spice. Let's talk about flavor. You know how sometimes food can be a little bland and you're not feeling that spicy kick in your food? I've got the perfect solution for you. Introducing PepperDem Suya Spice. Straight from the heart of Nigerian street food culture, this spice is carefully sourced to give you the authentic, bold, and peppery flavor that will elevate everything you eat. Trust me, I take this everywhere I go. I add it to everything. Beef, pasta, rice, noodles, and yes, even to my water. Whether you're cooking at home or enjoying a takeout, PepperDem Suya Spice will take your meal to the next level. Order your pack today at pepperdem.ca and use the discount code OBA to get 20% off your order. Spice up your food, guys. You'll love it. All right, let's get back to the show. Let's go, guys. Mwah. Love you guys.
I will not die floating down the river. And that was my last day going near water.
The fact that you had a traumatic experience and then you still went on to finish.
I said I'll finish it.
And then you didn't go back again after.
You can't tell me to do tubing. I'm sorry. I'm not doing tubing. I am not. Dude, underwater has its own creatures. I don't even want to know what's underwater.
Let me show you one of the creatures underwater. We actually saw a baby shark. This was pretty cool. So this is not my footage, but one of us that were on the group trip together actually went and got this footage, and I felt like it was so cool.
Yeah, no, underwater has its own. There's a reason why we're on Earth. I'm joking. There's a reason why we're on Earth, man. We're walking on Earth. We're not walking on that water. You think that? Oh, you guys are playing, though. That's it. Dude, that experience, I think of it, I'm like, damn, that's how I'm gonna die. Dude, that was the first thing that came to my head.
Yeah.
Who sent me to come tubing?
And your mother will not hear it from you.
No, it's not from. I'm like, who are you
going to explain this to me?
Dude, I don't know how they pulled me out till today. But I still said I would tube this thing to the end. So they tied my tube to another person's tube. I was just quiet throughout, and I just came out.
Did you enjoy it?
The
tubing.
You're just talking with people. But those waters are deep, man. Like Powichan River. I always remember that stuff.
Okay, the last thing I'm going to share you from this is So we went to a restaurant. The name of the restaurant is Mampai Senam.
Yeah.
And it's just this crazy spot where you get to eat almost on an island.
You guys take a boat there?
No, so when I say island, I just mean you get to be in pods like
Yeah. Oh, that's dope, man.
Yeah, it was really cool. And then you're basically surrounded by water. And then you can feed the fishes in the water because there's live fish in the water. It was like so cool and so beautiful.
This is like Okrika River.
Yeah, so
But we don't take care of our own. Actually, I heard Landmark, but it's going to go to Tourist Beach now. So
really?
yeah. So because they demolished them from Lagos, right? They're gonna go to Port Harcourt and set up the same thing.
Like Landmark University?
No, Landmark Hotels.
Oh, Landmark Hotels. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're going to like start doing a couple of them in PH.
Yeah, so I heard about Tourist Beach, but the thing is, like, we have all those things back home, but maintenance culture, man, that's the biggest issue.
Yeah, man.
Because if it's weird, I feel like tourism can boost in Nigeria, but just maintenance.
We definitely have the...
Because what happens to all those Obudu resort, all that stuff? Like, you want to tell your children about those things, but like, does it exist?
Yeah.
Like Olumo Rock, that is like all those things. Sometimes I want to take a trip like back home to like, but then I'm like, it's those things still.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny is like, just traveling exposes you that we have the same resources back home. The same. We can make that thing work, but who will make it work is the question.
And the maintenance piece is actually the bigger issue.
Dude, why are people going to Tanzania?
Like how insulting is that?
Yeah,
Tanzania.
People going to
It's more of a tourist country than
people
Nigeria.
are going to Ghana. People going to Ghana, Tanzania, Seychelles. Except for this recent time, I don't know, all the celebrities that are going. But did they really go out and have the actual fun of like, I'm at a resort?
Like learn the culture, because we have a lot of like culture, fam. Like you know, these like all these Benin people, all those their paintings, their sculptures.
I still think tourism will be a big attraction in Nigeria if they can make it work. But the question is, who's going to make it work? Because on the normal, right, like that money you take to Mexico.
Okay.
You can take it to Nigeria and you will still live large.
You live a lot larger. Not that you live large. You live, especially with like, obviously it's not good that the Naira is at the value that it is, but yeah.
Because that video now from Thailand is basically like those Okrika, all those riverine areas, the same stuff. They can do better stuff with those riverine side, but that one is a story for the next 4 generations.
Benin people, all those their paintings, their sculptures.
I still think tourism will be a big attraction in Nigeria if they can make it work. But the question is, who's going to make it work? Because on the normal, right, like that money you take to Mexico.
Okay.
You can take it to Nigeria and you will still live large.
You live a lot larger. Not that you live large. You live, especially with like, obviously it's not good that the Naira is at the value that it is, but yeah.
Because that video now from Thailand is basically like those Okrika, all those riverine areas, the same stuff. They can do better stuff with those riverine side, but that one is a story for the next 4 generations.
Yes, oh my God.
Because it's not my generation. It's not my generation that will do that one. Man. It's not my generation.
Oh, God damn it.
It's not my generation.
Yeah, let's move on to something more fun. Let's do Premiership. Yeah, let's do Premiership. Oh, but first, let me ask you about like, because we both play in Division 4, right?
Yeah, you guys saw.
How long have you been waiting to say that?
I'm ready to tell you in person that I swear your team is good, right? So when we played your team, right?
Yeah.
The first thing we said to ourselves is, if we crack them first, they are done.
Yeah.
If we crack them first, they're done. Because the thing is, you guys, your team has younger people, right? I think the average age on my team is 35.
Yeah.
Right? So you guys' team are younger. So we know that the younger teams, they play like individual. They play individual. They don't play team.
Yeah.
All you have to do is crack them once.
And then...
And if they can't equalize in 10...
When did our game end? Was it 2-1 or 3-1?
3-2. It was 3-2 because you guys...
Oh, yeah.
Because we scored first.
Yeah.
And then there was that own goal. The second one was own goal. I just scored that own goal. Because the ball hit the bar and hit him, right? But we knew that if we cracked you guys first, confusion will come in.
Yeah. And I think you guys have our very first game of the season.
First game.
Yeah. You got our team, we've grown a lot from that though. And we haven't had a lot of success, but we've come, guy. It was very uncohesive when we started.
No, we saw it.
It was very.
And your team is new, right? Because I've been playing with these guys for 2 years, so we knew.
On that note, I have the VISL standing, so maybe we'll skip Premiership. Let's go VISL standing. So both our teams are in D4.
Yeah.
But you guys are in Pool A, right? So this you guys.
Yeah, Pool A.
Yeah.
We're 6th.
How did you guys feel when the thing split?
I think it's less.
Were you concerned about being in Pool A? Because if you guys were in Pool B, you guys would rule Pool B.
So before the split, we knew that we had to lose.
Yeah. So
we were counting on B to beat Cook. Because Bay and Cook were playing.
Okay.
So if Bay beats Cook, we're going to end 6th. They ended up drawing, so it still favored us.
Okay. And then look at Cook and Bay. Cook, they go went to Pool B.
So Cook is leading Pool B, right? But for me, I thought we were going to play everybody back twice.
Oh, no.
So I didn't know D4. Like the D5, we played everybody twice. But man, I've not played FC Sagres, right? I didn't get to play them. That's the only team I did not play. I did not play Titrons because I came late, halftime. I wasn't there halftime, so I couldn't play. But man, the JDF White Dogs, they cooked us, man. It's like 6-0.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they beat us.
But another thing I noticed between both our teams is that our teams are not really far-fetched from each other. I think we have both scored and conceded the same amount of goals.
But you guys are in Pool B, man. Like, what are you talking about?
It doesn't matter.
Pool B is a big team.
We just got to Pool B. We only played 2 or 3 games in Pool B.
Yeah, but
the bunch of the season is the whole season.
Yeah, but think about if we were in Pool B, we would be cooking everybody in that.
Please.
The only team.
Not really. I highly disagree with that.
9 will beat us.
Imagine, and we beat the 9.
So, but the 9 game, we had 0 sub. So we had 1 sub. Everybody had to play their 90 minutes.
Yeah.
And not everybody's built for that. No offense to my team, but
that's not it.
Half of my team is not, even I'm not built for it, man. Dude, I stopped playing 90 minutes. I told the coach, I can't do this anymore, man. My joints don't feel the same anymore.
My coach usually knows that once I'm 60 minutes in, I appreciate a whole lot.
Yeah, no, I started with defense, right? I was playing defense for the first few games, but man, I'm getting tired of losing 1. And then 2 was I can't be running after the 17, 18-year-old kids, man. No. And I'm tired when I wake up to go to work. Now I'm tired because before, when I'm playing, I don't have to go to the office, right?
Yeah.
So I can actually have heating pad on my legs, everything to recover. So now that you have to go to the office, how am I going to recover inside the office, right? So, man, I'm actually looking forward to that Sagres game because they're unbeaten.
They're still unbeaten. Wow, that's actually true. They haven't lost.
But I don't want to say anything bad about anything, but they had like everything is aggressive. Like if you touch someone, like dude, someone's stuck.
I played Sagres with two different teams. And they're a feisty team.
They are good.
They're a feisty team.
So basically, they play like how we play back home. Like, pass, move.
Yeah.
But here, when you play soccer, it's pass,
launch,
on the run, on the go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not. And if you look at our team is good. But if you look at our team, we're not consistent.
Yeah.
Like, we win one game, draw one game, lose, right? I think if we go on two runs, if we go on two winning, we'll win a lot of games, right? We don't have an actual scorer. We don't have a lethal striker. We don't have a lethal striker, right? And like it's hard to put it. If you're not feeding the 9, there's no way you can score.
Yeah.
So most of our goals have come from from like penalties,
sports kicks,
corner kicks, right? So that's the thing is like the 9 doesn't exist on our team. But if we get the 9, not me right now, because I'm a few.
Yeah, it's actually weird for your height, man. I don't know how they're not just putting you like on the top of the box.
No.
But I see the advantage both ways though. Like I would say if someone is with your like build, I would say you should either be. But there's also an argument for the middle of the pitch. I was going to say you can either be on the defense line or on the strike line.
The only reason, to be honest, I played defense was I'm lazy, man. Like, and I'm not trying to like, because with defense,
I like the honesty.
So with defense, I look at how the attacker runs.
Yeah. The
first 3 times, then I know what's his stronger foot. Once I see his stronger foot, I'm taking out that stronger foot every single time. Every single time you have to. If his stronger foot is right, I'm making him go left every single time. Because if I let you get on your stronger foot, I know you score and I know you beat me, right? So I just study. When I'm playing defense, I'm studying like everything that is happening.
You're trying to read the game.
Yeah, I'm reading the game. Like I'll say, okay, that guy orange boot, he's their key player. If you can stop him, if you can have one person stop him. Yeah. So I think who did we play? We played Prospect Lake, right? And Prospect Lake likes to build from the back, right? They build their play from the back. So I'm like, bro, and me and what's his name, Harry. I was like, Harry was like, bro, if you pressure them at the back, they will make mistakes, right? So I'm playing strike in that game, right? I'm like, I'll chase it, like press, full on press. I'm like, all right, press with me. We'll go, they'll fumble the ball, man. I missed like 3 chances that game. That still haunts me to do. 2 1-on-1s.
So they fumbled the ball a couple times.
Yeah, because they like to build from the back, and if you put pressure on them on the back, they can't build anymore. So now you're forcing them to kick the ball out.
To launch
the ball. Man, we press, but the one team that I don't know, man, those soup boys, I don't know what they are on, man. I just feel like they have, I don't know what those soup, I don't know why they're feeding them in soup, man. Those boys, they don't get tired.
Yeah, they're hounds. They're hounds.
And every single time we've gone there, like, they are hounds. They play aggressive. And like, nobody's getting paid for this thing. It's not worth the.
Yeah, it's not what
I'm actually paying to play.
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to make the Premier League. At this age, I'm not making Premier League. I won't even make Pacific FC. Right? I won't make Pacific FC. If I'm being honest, right? So it's like, enjoy the game, enjoy the moment. There's no need for extra curricular stuff. Yeah. They dislocated my guy's shoulder. They were up 6-0.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the point? Like, this game is already done. you guys are winning. So there's this, I don't know his name, but it was really like, he's like 5 feet. I put it 5 feet. He was just talking trash. I'm like, God, okay, I know what I'll do. Come back next time. He comes, I go for full sliding, man. Because one thing is, I don't like people that trash talk, right? First of all, it's not that serious, right? So he comes, I win the ball. The ref said, oh, I went in aggressive. I got a yellow card. I'm like, ref, I won the ball.
Yeah.
And you know what? He was holding his leg, shouting. As soon as ref gave me card, he stood up.
Yeah, that's sucker.
I said, ref, like, I didn't even touch this guy. So I got frustrated playing defense because people will do shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
They'll call the foul against me.
Yeah.
So now it's getting into my head because I'm not enjoying the game anymore.
Yeah.
Like, someone will want to take me on a run because, you know, the thing is, I apply physics on this stuff, right? If somebody's coming full force, it's a 50-50 ball.
Yeah.
I don't have to go shoulder to shoulder. I just have to mount. I just have to mount so that the person hitting me is the one getting the full force.
Yeah.
So there's this, I don't know, one of people like to do it, like they like to want to take you on your own. I'm like, all right, I like this. Right? That's the sweet part when someone wants to do shoulder to shoulder. I'm like, yeah, I like this. As soon as they come, like, are you sure you want this? I think we're playing. It was Van Trice, right? We're playing them, and this guy was just. I'm like, I just said, hey, don't do that. I beg you, please. Let's just enjoy the phone and game. And he was talking, no, I didn't. I'm like, don't disrespect me, man. So I yell at the bench. I'm like, tell him I'm going to get him back. They took him out. The coach was like,
that's a wise coach.
The coach was like, I don't know if he's serious or if he's joking. I'm like, man. So after the game, I'm like, you know, I'm joking. Right? I'm not going
to left him in there, right?
But if he had left him and he hit me one time,
yeah, you might have.
I would have
gotten on his ass.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah.
Because 2 times it's like, okay, I let the disrespect slide in once, twice. Okay, third one, we're gonna see who's bigger here, right? And me, I'm just playing for fun. I have to go to work on Monday morning. So why do I have to injure myself? I'll fumble my bag because of the soccer that I'm playing that I'm not getting paid for. So
but I think it's annoying, especially defending, and if the ref is not. Yeah, there are some calls that the ref will make sometimes that you're just like, you're actually killing the game. Like, I know that one for sure for my team. I think we've had very bad refereeing. I don't want to just blame the referees, but we've had very bad refs.
I think the league can do better by having linesmen that will help the ref. Like, how much they pay the ref, right?
Okay.
They pay the refs. So
but they don't pay the lines?
We run the lines. Our teams run
teams run the lines, yeah.
So they could do better by like actually having linesmen. Pay them. It's 2 hours, right? Even if you pay them what? Find some young kids that love soccer or something. Yeah. And they will run the lines. Because the ref can't see everything is the honest truth, right?
Yeah.
And I think there were lots of complaints on the refs. So they started having inspectors come watch the refs.
Watch the game.
Watch the games.
That would be nice because I'm sure we have a lot of games to give them for them to review.
Dude, the gaming.
I mean, this normally like the things that I feel that like we can complain about are actually quite legitimate.
Dude, the game in Nanaimo, man, there was no flow. Every single thing was a foul.
Like the ref just wants to impose himself on the game.
Dude, we had a penalty. She had the whistle.
She didn't agree.
She didn't know it. No. I got really pissed off. I was like, okay, do I yell? Nah, you're on the other side. Like, I don't want to yell at a woman. And I'm like, that was a penalty. Like, you should have called it. And she's like, if you talk to me again one more time, I'll give you a yellow card. I was like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry, boss.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to complain. It's like, yeah, I know. You guys are doing a lot of complaining. But like every single day, then dude, which other one? I think we played Souk, right? We played Souk in finishing. They crossed the ball, and he hit the defender's hand. So I'm yelling like, it's a penalty, call it.
Did they card you?
And so the guy comes to me, he's like, I know you're passionate about this thing. I play soccer too, but I didn't see it, so it wasn't a penalty. So now I'm feeling bad yelling because, like, I'm into the game, right? I'm into the games. Like, because we've been losing, and I want to win.
Yeah.
So when I see penalty and you don't call, I'm just agitated at that moment because it's a penalty. I was like, it's a penalty. So one of my, you're not supposed to yell at it, right? Yeah. So my teammate Tom is like, bro, your voice is too deep. You have to realize that and not yell. Like, we were hearing your voice all the way from the bench. Bro, I was just like, nah, I don't want to lose, man. Blow the penalty, right? Yeah. So, but we ended up drawing that game. But sometimes the refs you don't blame the refs. They don't see everything, right? Yeah. And some players are some teams are like, any small team, they do like diva queen on the field. Bro, get thought this thing is not.
That's actually a soccer problem, like, genuinely.
And me, I don't, no matter how much passionate I am about it, to me, it's just, the soccer thing is just like therapy. Yeah. Right? Like, I'm getting out of my house, I'm playing soccer. At that moment, it's distraction from every other thing that I have going on, whether it's work or whether it's family or relationship. Yeah. It's more of, I just want to win, help my team win. Yeah. So at that point that's where the passion comes in. But again, I have to remind myself, they don't pay me for this stuff, right? And then the friendship you make, like people you met, the connections is good. Like, it's really good. Like, you have that sense of community in there outside of like your Nigerian community and friends, right? And
it's actually like you're saying, is a real soccer community. And the reason why, like, you still have to, like, back of your head chill out is that you don't want to get injured. Like, none of us, like you said, we are literally paying our own money to participate in this.
It's not worth
it's not worth the injury. Yeah. It's not worth the opportunity cost that might come from this. Just imagine you can't work.
And why do you want to even fight? That's the thing. It's like, what if that person has a disease or something that you don't know? You throw 1 point. Yeah. That's it. That person is gone. Yeah. Now you're explaining, it was just a soccer.
That doesn't happen a lot, but if that happens to be your own story, man, that's your fucking story.
It doesn't happen a lot, but like, that's my mentality. Is I don't know what that individual is going through. Yeah. So don't try to start a fight or anything. It's not that serious, right? Like, that's why I don't get into the chest bump.
Macho.
Yeah, it's like, come on, I'm from Port Harcourt, man. You really think you can do that? So it's just like, let's let this thing slide. And that's where I don't understand those parts. And people that don't show sportsmanship at the end of the game. It's like, dude, it's not
like you take the salt outside of the game. Which is like, I understand someone being passionate in the game, but I feel like after the game, as long as nothing crazy happens, guy, be a sportsman, like squash it,
like shake hands. Some people don't shake, they go out of the team. Like, what are you trying to prove? So to me, the game is just always, again, like, when you think about it, like, the game is fun. You meet people, but the game teaches you like teamwork, right? Okay. Like, I can take that to work, right? Yeah. So I'm thinking like, it just teaches me, if you know your role at your work, right? Not everybody's going to be coach. Not everybody's going to be captain. Yeah. But play your role, and in whatever you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Ideally now, like, I actually have to ask about anybody that is hiring me in the future. Like, do you actually play team sports? Because
It's a very important question.
Because I've worked for people that haven't played team sports.
And it shows.
It shows. I've worked with people that play team sports. They understand, right? Like, it's not a shot to anybody, but it's just the reality, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you know, but like my manager used to play in the Pacific FC, the same league. Right? So we talk about football every now and then.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So when you think about all that stuff, it's people that play team sports, they understand like diversity in that moment, right? Like how to survive adversity. Because you're not going to always win the games.
Yeah.
But they understand like, okay, we're a team.
You understand how to set goals.
Yeah, strategy, all that stuff, right? Yeah. But compared to like people that I've worked for, they're like don't play team sports. Like, it's an observation.
Yeah. You're not dissing them.
They only care about themselves.
Yeah.
Like, I've actually worked for people that only care about themselves. And you can show, like, this person did not play team sports growing up, right? He probably just likes to, right? Like, do their own thing. So that's one thing. If I have kids one day, I'm like, hey, you gotta play team so that you can understand
the value of
being a team member and like not throwing your team under the boss.
Yeah.
Dude, trust me, man. You learn a lot from sports. That's one thing I learned, especially team sports.
Yeah. Before we go to premiership, I just want to echo something that you said, which is understanding that you can play your role.
Yeah.
Whether like it's a good game or it's a bad game, you play your role. You understand how your role helps the team.
Yeah. You
understand how your role might hurt the team. So it's like,
like it's applicable in life, right?
Yeah.
That's my understanding of it. Whether I'm playing defense is to help my team let somebody not score. If I'm playing attack, it's to help my team score a goal. Yeah. Right? You can't play all the roles.
No.
And that's the thing that I understand in life is you actually need relationships and people.
And that is why you need relationships, because you cannot be everything.
You can't. Like, imagine a CEO being the project manager, right? Right. Imagine CEO being project manager or CFO doing the finances. Yeah. Right. They know their roles. Right. So in life, you have to know your role. And if you're doing your role, do it well. Don't do it haphazard. Right. Because if I'm like a Jessica, my team is losing. Yeah. Regardless, like if I'm dude, I'll be honest with you. That's one thing that drives me nuts. Is like a Jessica.
Because like you can be like a Desco if it concerns only you, but when there's an externality to your behavior, you can't just carry it with that same like a Desco attitude. Yeah,
dude, it drives me nuts, right? Because like apart from soccer, like when you're working on projects, right, you have people that you have to chase around for information. And I'm like, don't you understand that your lack of you not supplying me this information on time is having an impact on the overall project? Yeah. Right? Because of them being like a Jessica, my project is being delayed. Yeah. Right? But again, I understand where we are, but when people know that their role has an impact on the whole, right? Because a whole is the sum of the parts. Yeah. So each and one of us have to play our roles. Even in your house, you have to play your role. Sometimes you have to cover up too. Yeah. Right? You're not going to leave everything for Madame. She'll not leave everything for you, right? So that's the beauty of team sports and teamwork, right? But some people don't understand teamwork, bro.
Those are people that we're not going to be employed. Maybe start that.
As the first question, did you play sport in high school? I did hunting.
Yeah. Let me just restart this thing for my editor. We're back. All right.
My first question is, so tell me, I had an interview one time, and I asked, the question that I asked, how would you rate teamwork in your company? And the guy paused for like 2 minutes. That's how I knew teamwork does not exist. I'm not working for you. I am not working. Because if you have to pause, right? If you have to pause,
he may have paused for that long because maybe nobody has asked him that question before.
Yeah, but like, dude, like if you work, it's just like your soccer team. If you guys are vibing with, if somebody asks you, how's your team? Fantastic.
Yeah.
But if you pause, you're telling me something is going on behind the scene that I don't know about or that you don't want to say.
Yeah.
And then she's just like, yeah, we usually work together here. Yeah, I was like, nah, you took your time to respond. This is not for me, right? This is not for me. Like,
yeah, too many pauses. It's not a positive side.
Yeah, even in our team, right? I want to be friends with the people that play soccer. We don't have to get too personal, right? Yep. But like if that teamwork is there, it's good. And speaking of which, that's why Man U is playing like trash.
Let's go to Premiership. Okay, so with this, I want to get your prediction. It was interesting to find out that you're a Man U fan, which so right now Man U is 13th. Oh my god.
There's no dude, if Man U finishes top 6, I'll actually buy 2 custom jersey and wear it every Friday.
Okay, so this issue now. Man U is 23 points.
West Ham is 23.
And really, the next team, the closest relegation now is 16 points. So that's like how many points?
7 points.
God damn it, man. That's really close.
No, look at 6. So look at 15, 14, 13, 12.
Guy, like 24. Literally just like 1 point between.
So from 10 to 17 is really close. Because you got 28. Brighton is 28. So if Man U wins, they go to 26, which means they're going to go to 12th.
So it's not even a big jump.
It's not even a big jump. Tottenham wins. Let's look at the top 9. Let's look at top 9. See, it's close. It's just like, no matter what anybody says, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't trust Man City. They may be on a slump. But once they get that thing going,
they're still bastards.
Once they get it going, man, I don't.
Yeah. Okay, this season has been very interesting. This season has been different.
Dude, even if Arsenal goes first. I don't trust them.
Okay, let me get this from you. So right now, right, top 6 is Liverpool, Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, very surprisingly, Chelsea, Newcastle, and Man City. How different do you think this will be at the end of the season?
I think.
So give me your top 6 at the end of the season.
I don't know if Liverpool can continue on this form.
Okay.
Because the last 2 games, they really struggled. They struggled against Man U.
Yes, they did. They
struggled against Man U. And if Maguire had played that ball in and out, it's a different story, right? Yep. And then they lost to Tottenham in the cup game. So
yeah.
I would say right now, if they win the game, they open a 9-point lead. And if they open a 9-point lead, I can see Liverpool, Arsenal staying. That top 2 battle will be against them.
Okay.
I can see City climbing to 3rd.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
I can see City. If City clicks on all cylinders.
Yeah, and if they really click the way they click.
Because you know one thing about Man City is September to December doesn't matter. once that new year comes in and they click on all cylinders, bro, it's game over.
Yeah.
So I can say Liverpool, Arsenal,
Okay. City,
Chelsea, Newcastle.
City, Chelsea, Newcastle. Oh wow.
Nottingham Forest is just initial grab. They'll drop.
I feel like it's always one team that does initial grab every year. Like you see them like the first half of the season, they are literally bubbling on top four, and then by the end of the season they go back to their normal mid-table.
I think they got who did they? They have Wood and Elanga.
Yeah.
They're playing really great.
Yeah.
Who did they have again?
Hudson-Odoi too.
Yeah. So they have, but how can they sustain that?
Yeah, I actually don't know.
Exactly.
I am absolutely surprised by how far they've come. Even with Woods, Elanga, like I don't see those guys as like cream de la creme.
Yeah.
Players.
That's what I'm saying.
So they're just like an average team that is doing excellently well.
Yeah. So think about it, right? Chelsea was the one I was hoping to be top 3 or even give Arsenal a run for their money for second. But I don't know what's happening there. They lost that 2 losses is what really kept them.
Yeah. Chelsea, like they were doing really well and then they just kind of fell off recently.
Yeah, but Cole Palmer, man.
Dude, that guy is something else.
Dude, every
he
time,
really is something else.
when I think about it, is like, what would have happened if he was still in Man City? He probably wouldn't have.
He wouldn't have maybe gotten the game time that would allow him to shine as much as he's shining right now.
Exactly. And that's one thing in life we have to learn.
Yes, sir.
You don't have to stay.
Yes, sir.
You don't have to stay in that situation.
For your value to really show.
Yeah.
It might be that situation that is looking like that door is about to close.
Dude,
it might be what you need.
Me, I like to apply. I like to look at things from all the angles, but like, if he had stayed in City, there's no way he's outshining Rodri and De Bruyne.
Yep.
And he wasn't even first choice. They were putting what's his name? Is it Lewis?
Yeah, Lewis.
Yeah, before him. So sometimes you have to pack your bags
and go.
They do the tell us twice. Pack your bags and go. Opportunity, right? How do they put it? Opportunity begets experience, right? And experience begets opportunity. So if you had stayed there, I don't think anybody will know who Palmer is. Yep. Right? So sometimes you have to pack your bags and leave certain situation and go somewhere else. And I think that's what Rashford should do right now.
Yeah. I actually agree with that too for Rashford. Rashford might need that.
The only place where he messed up was him making it public. Right? I think that's where you go. There's certain things you keep to yourself, right? It's like if you want
to like him going public with his discontentment.
Yeah. Right. So when you think about it, like who tells their employer they want to leave?
Make sure you have your bags packed and ready before that conversation will start happening.
Exactly. Right. Like they may sense you want to leave, but why would you go and say you want to leave?
Yeah.
You don't do that to your employer. Yeah. Right. So again, it's business. So I think that's where he made a mistake, but he actually has to leave to find his footing. And I tell people, man, treat your career.
It's nice to hear that coming from a Man U fan, because you people don't even have enough quality right now to be letting go of someone like Rashford. Like, I feel like Rashford is someone that you guys, if you didn't have him right now, you guys would be like, man, this is the guy that we need to come and solve our problems.
Yeah, but
so he's one of those players that like can be so valuable that like when you're bringing in new players, he's the reason why the team will now become stronger.
But think about it. He's only had 130 goal season. Right. He's good, but the thing is, I think he doesn't have that joy anymore being in mind. And that's one thing. If you lose your joy,
it shows.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, it really does show.
Because he's not tracking back. If you watch some games, he's not tracking back. his lackadaisical on the field. So his joy is no longer there. That's just the honest truth. And I don't know how Amorim can repair that joy or bring it back.
Amorim has a lot to do, man. People thought that I was going to come and be a Jesus Christ.
No.
Man.
So, but you think
Like,
the squad
this season is going to be hell for him.
the squad he has is trash. Like,
But I don't also agree with that though.
Nah.
Because you guys have been you guys are fucking spenders, bro. The reason why the squad can be termed trash now is because you guys bought that trash.
well,
Like all those players, like most of those players are new players.
yeah, but like think about it is another thing I think he's struggling with is that 3-4-3, man.
Yeah, I think he's going to struggle with that in Prem.
It's not going to
be so hard.
dude,
He might have to change.
Conte tried it. It didn't work for Conte.
That formation is a very tough formation to pull off.
Dude, you got what's his name? What's that Newcastle boy? Gordon.
Okay.
Once they exploit that black back three, it's game. I've been saying it from day one. Is that 3-4-3. Even if you have to bring the players with the right mindset.
Yeah.
Because I think when they play off the ball, it goes to 5-3-2.
Yeah.
Right? And Dalo and what's the other one?
The other wing back, Mazraoui.
They're not dedicated wing backs. They're, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't know when to press forward, right? Because a wing back, you have to press forward.
Yeah.
If you watch Inter Milan, you can see what Di Marco is doing, right? Those guys, they haven't bought into that system of changing their style of play. So now you're changing people's style of play. Technically, he just needs his own team.
Exactly. That's where I think in the next transfer window is when we will see his impact, how he sees the team.
Hopefully.
So right now he more needs to adjust to the team that he has rather than playing to the team that he wants.
Yeah. And that's why I'm saying the 3-4-3 is tough. It's tough. And, dude,
Yeah, it's going to be because the wing backs, like you're saying, are a very crucial part of that formation. Because if those two wing backs are not responding correctly, that defense is always going to be overloaded.
they are cooked.
Yeah, because that defense will always be overloaded.
And the reason they lost against, like, I know it was common mistakes, but like when you have attackers like Isak, Gordon, attacking you from the wings, and the wing backs you have are not paying attention,
Yeah.
you're not winning any game. And if you Ipswich, I don't know if you watched the game against Ipswich. There's a young lad there. I forgot
Their striker?
the guy that scored the equalizing goal.
The one player I know from Ipswich is Delap.
It's not the lab. There's a younger.
Oh, is it Robinson?
Yeah, the young kid that
Yeah.
the highest expense guy. But when you think he was toiled. They were toiling with those wing bags like no tomorrow, man. So I just think that's going to be a struggle. 3-4-3 in Premier League.
Man, you guys, I have hopes for you guys. I'm not going to lie.
Man, if we see top 6, man, it's.
I believe you guys can see top 6. So I'll give you my top 6. I hope you guys can make.
No.
So I'll give you my top 6. I think Liverpool or Arsenal for number 1 for sure. I think.
I don't trust Arsenal. I don't care what anybody says.
Me, I don't trust us either. I absolutely have no faith in that useless team. And if there's one thing I know very well is that Arsenal, they know how to, we call it bottling. They're fucking bottlers. Like,
Choke at the end.
at the end, like literally it might even be like maybe one more game for Arsenal to win, or maybe 2 more games for Arsenal to win. Arsenal will lose their last 2 games. They're bastards like that.
Well, I think it's a mental. Right now, I think it's a mental thing.
Yeah, it's definitely mentality.
It's not necessary because it's repeated pattern.
Yeah.
They just have, when that time comes, I feel like it starts to creep into them.
Yeah.
And that's what really happens. So maybe Arteta should bring a psychologist.
I hope, I don't say I'm pretty sure, but I hope they have that.
Yeah. Like towards the end.
Yeah, towards the end of the season to get them right, because it's
You can't
yeah,
have
finish second. How many seasons?
Yeah.
What madness is that?
So I think that's my recommendation is like bring a psychologist or something. Like,
Jesus, that's what they did. They need faith.
They need to put that altar in front of the stadium in the last 10 games.
I would not even mind that.
Oh.
So everything is Liverpool, Arsenal first two. I think Nottingham Forest definitely fade away. I think Newcastle can finish third. I think Chelsea can finish fourth. I think Man City will finish fifth. And then sixth, Manchester United.
Now, look at the Chelsea is just 2 points ahead of City. Like, why are we acting like we don't know that? See, dude, there's no way Man City is not making the Champions League. They've won their last 2 games, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So things are starting to click. If they go on a 5-game unbeaten run, I'm sorry, man. I'm seeing them in top 3. Just that's just me. Like, if City goes on their crazy streak,
I want to think Newcastle and Chelsea can make it very tough. Because, like, Newcastle for sure. Like, I see Newcastle, like, being a menace all through the season. I see them, like, fighting for top 4 vehemently. Yeah, so except Chelsea decides to slack, which it started happening, like their past 3 games have been a bit dreadful. So if Chelsea wants to give room,
Chelsea is deep in squad. That's the only thing that
guys, their squad depth is crazy.
They have
crazy.
They have a crazy like.
Let's look at something else. Let's look at the goal stats. Right, so I want to hear your predictions here as well. So right now, the highest goal scorer in the season is no one other than
Salah.
Mohamed Salah. How consistent has Salah been the past 3 seasons?
I think he's been consistent. But here's the thing I've known is when their contracts are expiring,
well, they shine more.
They shine more.
They're trying to let you go.
Let's be realistic. He's trying to get paid, but he's playing like that's not to discredit his work, right?
Yeah.
Like I believe Salah has crazy work rate, but he's doing really good this season. Basically, him and Gakpo are holding Liverpool.
Yeah.
Trent is kind of fading. I don't know if it's the trade talks that is kind of.
I think he's being distracted with Madrid talk, all that stuff. Okay, so the goal list right now, top 5 is Salah with 18, Haaland with 16, Isak 13, Mbeumo 13,
Palmer.
Ice Cold Palmer 13. So who do you see taking the golden boot?
I don't trust Haaland.
Like with the shit season Man City is having,
he still has 16 goals.
Still has 16 goals.
That's what I'm saying. Like when they play, the thing about Haaland, he shines when there's like smaller teams, right? But when he meets like quality defenders, like.
Yeah,
he's humble, right? That's what he said. Be humble, right?
He said that to fucking Gabriel.
Yeah, so be humble, right? So,
he's like, be humble.
I think
this pompous guy is telling someone to be humble.
Yeah, but I think my thoughts on this is it's probably going to be tied. Can Salah sustain this run? Is something because he's not a through 9.
No, he's not.
He's not a through 9. So you have Isak and Haaland. There's like
Isak and Haaland are the real top 9s that you would bet to constantly get opportunities to score. But Salah is one of these like over-performing wingers.
Yeah, I just think this year is just there's when if it's your year, it's your year. Like no matter what is happening, it's your year, right? I think Salah is having one of those where.
So give me a name. Who do you reckon will take the golden boot?
If Salah continues on the form he is, he might take it. But the thing about City is like when City is winning games, they're winning like 5-0.
Yeah, exactly. And I gotta go for it.
Exactly. So I can see Haaland and Salah fighting for.
Yeah.
But man, Isak, that boy is, I don't know, this year.
This is Isak's year.
Yeah.
And he's really, really shining this year. I'm very happy for him.
And like Isak hustles for his goals, right?
Yeah.
If you watch, he hustles for his goal. Haaland is more about positioning, right? He knows where to be at the right time and just tapping. And Salah has to work too for his goals coming from the wing.
I've still not heard one name.
And Chris Wood is doing good though.
Chris Wood is doing really good. I think Chris Wood will finish top 5. I think he will continue to have a good season, but I don't think he will get the golden boot.
Palmer can, but
Palmer is definitely a contender.
Yeah, he is.
I have a name. If you are struggling with a name, do you want me to give my own name?
Wasn't it?
I think Haaland is going to get it. That's what I think.
Yeah. my problem is like, how do I promote Haaland? He just knows where to be.
Yeah,
that's the
like Haaland is such like he's the definition of a lethal striker. And when he's on, he's like positioning, like you see him like spearheading, like going against the defense with like a torching flame.
Yeah,
like you see the fear in their eyes when like Haaland is running at you.
Yeah.
Either like running with the ball or running without the ball. Like the way he drags defenders with him is like
he's just a true number 9. That's like, I think he just does more anticipate where my player is going to play this ball.
Yeah,
that's someone that studied. He probably watches lots of film of like his wingers.
Okay, do you know another thing I realized with all these young boys? Which I would put Haaland in that category. Lamine, Kubarasi, Haaland. These guys are born and bred football.
Yeah. Because
it's almost instinct to them, like all these qualities that we appreciate. It's like it's almost like in they've done these plays like numerous times that like they're almost not making any new run.
Yeah,
because they really have been doing this shit for a whole
position. It's positioning, right? Like if you have quality. Because a striker can only score if his wingers and midfielders are finding him.
Yeah.
He just knows where to be. That's the thing. That's Haaland for you, man. Like Isak can go 1-on-1 rounds with
he's more fast feeding.
Yeah, you don't see Haaland doing that.
No. Haaland is not trying to beat like 3 people consistently.
And I think that's what every true number 9 needs to know is understand. Same thing we said earlier. Understand your position and play it well. You don't expect 9 to be doing leg over step over. No.
That's the problem I have with Jesus. Well, Jesus is. Are you a number 9 or are you a winger? We need to figure you out, bro.
Yeah.
Well, he's still a fantastic player, but
no, like I like Jesus since like Man City, right?
Yeah.
Like he plays. He's just born in Brazilians, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's just
so
they just have that flair. Like, you can't really do anything about it.
You know, all those dribbling and samba is their game, right?
Yeah.
They like that stuff, like. So I can see Haaland, man. It would be
Haaland. You go Haaland as well.
It would be a tight race because the only issue is can Salah.
Do you think you're going to get up to 30? Because this is halfway through season. Haaland's already on 16. Salah is 18.
There's 18 games left, right?
I think so.
It's 20 right now. It's 20.
It's 20, so he has to go to 38,
Yeah.
It's about 18, definitely for City, 18 games left. So a goal a game, they both already get to 30 plus. It's been nice to see a 30 plus goal calendar for these guys.
I think Haaland does it though.
Yeah. Okay.
He does 30 plus.
An easier one that I don't know much about. What do you think about clean sheets? Who do you think is going to take the Golden Glove? So halfway through the season right now, the highest clean sheet holder is currently the goalkeeper for Nottingham Forest, Matt Sells, with 9 clean sheets.
And they'll go down.
Yeah. So Pickford 7 clean sheets, Raya 7 clean sheets. Onana, I'm surprised. How does Onana have 6 clean sheets? But okay.
Onana is my African brother, but sometimes man.
Yo, that brother is fucking crazy, bro. He's not. Onana and De Gea, who do you think has been better for Man U? Because I didn't think De Gea just had like a bad run at the end, which is like seemed like bad karma or something, because it was already like in his head, so he was now making lots of mistakes right at the end. But I think overall for Man U, he was a fantastic goalkeeper.
No, he was. I think towards the end, again, what I said is about Rashford. I think that joy, because once you lose that joy, everything's in your head. Right?
Yeah.
So like there are some decisions he was making towards the end of the season. I'm like, this is not De Gea.
This is not the same De Gea.
Same thing talking about contract, right?
Yeah.
So it's like once the joy, he started to lose the joy and all that stuff. The best thing is to walk away, right? Yeah. So that's what really happened to De Gea. I just feel like he lost the joy. And these days, honestly, I don't even watch Premier League. I just watch highlights on YouTube.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not waking up 4 a.m. for this. Like, I tell people,
especially for Arsenal. Like, I'm not waking up 6 a.m. for Arsenal. Fuck those guys.
I'm not waking up 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock to watch Man U. It's not going to happen.
Just imagine you do that and then you end up fucking beating them like 4-0.
It won't happen. Before, but like now, no, I'm not waking up 4 a.m. to watch that. Like, I'm sorry, I'm sleeping. My sleep is precious. But I think Raya, I'll go with Raya. I think Arsenal has Raya is good. He's consistent, right?
Yeah.
You can expect consistency. Alisson sometimes is consistent.
Yeah. He's on and off.
So Raya and.
Actually, I think that's a good pick. I would pick Raya as well, just support Arsenal. But I think Pickford is also a really, really good goalie. But I don't think Everton is going to be able to help him get the golden glove. I think
it's a quality. So basically, it's a quality of your defense too.
Yes, because it's not, even though the goalies are here, but it's basically the quality, it's the defensive unit that really shows.
Arsenal has good defense for sure.
Yeah. Saliba and Gabriel are doing really, really well.
I think for some reason Van Dijk resurrected this year.
Yeah, surprisingly, and he didn't need like another fantastic player, because like Arsenal, I think Saliba and Gabriel are 2 really, really good players, but Van Dijk is actually, to me, the only one that's like that cream de la cream CB, because Gomez is like still basic.
No, Gomez.
Who is the other CB there with them again?
I don't really.
Yeah, I don't recall.
Yeah, but I tell you, Sunday afternoon, I just click on YouTube and watch highlights. I'm not waking up to even Champions League. I've not watched a single game this year.
Yeah,
I literally just watch highlights, man, because the love of the game is not there anymore. It's not. I feel like I understand. People, again, it's a profession. People need to make money and all that stuff, right? But when I used to enjoy Premiership is when there was passion for the game. Nowadays, people don't have that passion. Like, because when you think of Man U, you think of how big Man U was as a club, and that's why you see the likes of Roy Keane, all those Gary Neville, they are all pissed because the passion is not. Then you're playing for the shit.
Yeah.
But I think with the generation changing now, people are just playing for the names at the back of their shit.
Not for the logo.
Not for the logo. Again, I understand that, right?
Yeah.
I would do the same too. but the passion is no longer there.
Yeah.
I feel like if I want to be watching soccer now, it would be like Brazilian league, or those Santos, because it's upcoming people.
So they're still a bit more passionate.
The passion is there, but this one there's no passion, man.
Yeah, they are big, but another thing you need to remember, which I try to remind myself, like all these guys are getting banned, man.
Why am I stressing myself?
Like if you were in their shoes, I'm pretty sure like it's just that obviously they still want to remain at that level and still want to play the Premiership and whatnot. But I can totally see how they switch from being all about the pride of the club and then moving to more personalized. It's all about my contract. Like,
exactly. Everyone's playing for the contract. But again, it's the way the world has navigated to, right? Is everything's dollar wise, right? Because back then, man, you see post goals. Even after the game, they are fighting like Vieira. Everybody's dude. That's when I enjoyed soccer. Man, I used to cry, man. I'm not joking. I remember, is it 2004? The Arsenal is there, but this one there's no passion, man.
Yeah, they are big, but another thing you need to remember, which I try to remind myself, like all these guys are getting banned, man.
Why am I stressing myself?
Like if you were in their shoes, I'm pretty sure like it's just that obviously they still want to remain at that level and still want to play the Premiership and whatnot. But I can totally see how they switch from being all about the pride of the club and then moving to more personalized. It's all about my contract. Like,
exactly. Everyone's playing for the contract. But again, it's the way the world has navigated to, right? Is everything's dollar wise, right? Because back then, man, you see post goals. Even after the game, they are fighting like Vieira. Everybody's dude. That's when I enjoyed soccer. Man, I used to cry, man. I'm not joking. I remember, is it 2004? The Arsenal beat Man U on FA Cup. Who missed penalty? Was Scholes? Was it Scholes? No. Man, that day I cried. I couldn't eat. Like Vieira.
I can imagine young Victor.
Vieira won. Vieira, I think it was penalty. It was penalties. Man, you lost on penalties 5-4. Man. But then as you get older, you realize they don't even pay me what they're paying these people.
Yes,
I'm not stressing myself. Somebody's making £200,000 a week. Not even getting £200. I'm not even getting £20,000 a week, right? So I think the morale, the enjoyment for the game, just like it just
that's physically way.
People don't play. There's no passion in the game anymore. So I just watch what I can watch, right? I rather prefer what's it called? Those smaller leagues.
Okay.
The reason why people have fun in Nigeria is the sense of community. Right. It's the truth. It's community, because you can wake up, you don't have to call anybody. You can even tell the person I'm in front of your house. And there's always something to do. Right. Here, everything is coordinated. Everything has to be coordinated. Like, look at the soccer fields that are open here. You can't use it because
it's closed for this time.
But in Nigeria, you can't see an empty. You can't see an empty field and you can't play, right? And then another thing is the bills are crazy. Right. In Nigeria, you pay rent for a year.
Yeah, true.
But here, you have to pay month. Right. In Nigeria, you build a house on a stretch. You're not paying mortgage. Right. The house is your own. You built it. Right. The only thing you're paying is to maintain it. But here, you're tied for 25 years unless you pay. So people are not necessarily enjoying life.
I see what you're saying.
Right.
I see what you're saying.
Food is not fresh. Let's not deceive ourselves, right? Food is not fresh.
Yeah.
But there, everything is like fresh. The bare minimum there makes them happy.
And here, not so much because it's hard for you to appreciate the little things because the little things come so easy.
Yeah, and that's one thing I've started to practice is like you have to look at life in a different perspective, right? Is all fingers are not equal, right? All fingers are not equal, regardless. But you have to appreciate the tiny little things that you have. You have a roof
over your head.
You can get food.
Yeah.
You can walk from here, go outside and enjoy fresh air. Like some people back home, they don't have food, right? But you see them, they still have joy. And we've equated everything here in this part of the country to money, right? The poorest man in Nigeria is smiling. Even, a lot of them have depression, but they don't know it. But they still have joy, right? They still have that joy, like, man, like, there's hope for tomorrow and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Here dude, sometimes I just ask myself, like, am I working for myself or am I just working to get by? Like, and that's what steals people's joy, because people are working 3 jobs to eat, feed.
Yeah.
But so what joy is coming out? Like, what joy is coming out?
I absolutely agree with you. So, like, there's a heavier burden in this part of the country to live. When the reality is that living is actually free. Like,
exactly.
The real joy and grace that you get from living comes from above. Yeah. But when you are here, the burden of living is so heavy.
It's high.
And you like the little things, like, you're like, what? Fresh air? Please, I have a fucking mortgage to pay. Yeah. What am I doing with fresh air? I have car loans to pay. What am I doing with fresh air?
Dude, that's why this whole anxiety, mental health thing is, I want to say it's because people don't have joy.
Yeah.
It's the honest truth. Like, that's how I feel about it, is people don't have joy. Yeah. And again, I come to community. It's so isolated and individualistic here, right? It's ISO. How many people like have genuine friends? Like, okay, I'm gonna go visit this person, so and so date. Yeah. Right? It's more individualistic, right? And
that's very true. But why is that the case, though?
The case is because people have bills.
Don't fucking stress me with your bullshit. Yeah. I don't have time to accommodate anything that is not earning me money, because the amount of money I need right now is fucking stupendous.
I have to tell myself, that's why once I get my paycheck, I take myself
out of everything.
No, I take myself out for a night.
Okay, you go out to dine yourself.
I tell myself, man, this is the hard work for the last 2 weeks. Yeah, like, no.
And if you actually don't do that, you would realize that you are basically just speeding through life and you're just hustling and hustling and hustling.
Dude, I told myself I want to get out from that hustle mentality. Like, I don't have it all, but I have to be appreciative of what I have. That's the only thing that started giving me joy. Yeah. Is, okay, I can, not every day will be cactus. Some days will be McDonald's, and it's fine.
And it tastes fine.
Yeah. Some days will be I don't like McDonald's. I like A&W better.
Yeah.
So some days that's fine, right? And there's just too much pressure on the society nowadays with comparison. So that one is stealing people's joy. This person get down.
Yeah, do you know the quote, comparison is the thief of joy?
Yeah. It's the honest truth, right? There's a lot of that too. It steals people's joy. There's the isolation, there's the working to pay bills, there's the lack of the community. Right? Yeah. So all those things.
It sounds like you are trying to run for mayor of Victoria again.
No. I would want.
I will support you for mayor, no doubt.
Nah. See, politics is great, but I've learned one thing about politics is one thing I've known is the next person that comes is just trying to build off the failures of
the last person. Yeah, so you're basically going in a rut.
Yeah. So even right now, when you look at the whole conservative and liberal stuff, the whole thing is immigration. Right? Think about it. Okay, what's your plan? I've never had any concrete plan, so it's just feeding off on what this person did not do. So I don't know if I want to play that kind of politics, man. For me, I just believe if I'm in a position of power, my goal would just be to empower people.
Yeah. You are a Canadian now, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So it's like you sound very passionate about it, but it's one of those things. Like we talked about, maybe 4 or 5 different issues, but they are all very complex issues. Especially the piece with mental health, isolation, community. To fix something like that is not going to.
Dude, that's why I started playing soccer.
100%. That's a real solution,
dude.
That's a real solution.
So my routine was walk. The only thing even the walk we was remote. So basically it was walk and church. Right? So after that, I'm like, what am I doing with my life? I'm at home. How many times do you want to play FIFA? You don't get tired.
You get tired.
I was just like, I have to find something to do. Dude, I play soccer Monday, Wednesday, and even the league. Because I have to leave my house.
Yeah, you need
and
something
people
to
don't understand. People don't understand. They're like, you're getting older. You can't be. I'm like, dude,
You have to engage your body to exertion frequently.
Yeah, it's not even about the exercise. It's just part of seeing people.
Oh, you mean just the actual community piece?
Yeah, leaving your house and doing something, because you can easily stay inside for 3 days without stepping. That's how the country is.
Yeah.
Especially with remote work.
Yeah, and it's set up to you have everything you need in your house. You can all your apps. Everybody's glued to their phone.
You can order food.
Your food. You don't need to leave your house. Grocery. You don't need to leave your house.
You can basically stay inside your house. Dude, I was doing that during.
Yeah, this bleeds into a whole kind of worms that I don't think we want to open. Because I think this is why all these big companies, they really want you to be comfortable, because they want you to just stay indoors and they just want to be feeding you with stuff. They want to get you all the food you need. They want to, keep you a bit, redundant, complacent, you're tardy.
Yeah.
It's easy for you to get fat. It's not encouraged for you to be physically engaged in your community.
So me, I'm a fan of remote work, right? Because when I was working full-time remote, I'd go to the gym at 3:00 before the rush, that afternoon rush, right? Again, it just depends on the individual, right? So I figured I'm staying inside my house too much. And when you go to the gym, you put your headphones over your ears. I'm not here to be your friend or be your buddy. I'm here for my 1 hour, my personal time. I don't want to talk to anybody. I want to do my thing, go home, right? So I enjoyed that. But then that was my only life. At that 3:00 to 4:00, I come back home. I'm back on my computer. And now because I'm doing volunteering work as well, I have to put in hours into my volunteer. So I'm like, this is not the life I want to live, man. So Monday soccer at the Pacific Island Dome. I'll go.
You're in.
Tuesday is training. Wednesday I'm playing soccer. Saturdays, if we don't have a game on Saturday or something, I'm playing Monday and Wednesday, because I have to actually leave my house. I tell people this, we think it's actually the soccer is my therapy. I have to get out of my house, because when I'm playing, I'm not thinking about what work have I not done.
Yeah, you're fully immersed in it.
Yeah, so is that you mentioned that it's that's what I really need to distract myself right now. Because a lot of people just stay home, and if you don't have a family, you're screwed.
Yep.
Because you're by yourself, right? A lot of people are by themselves, and they don't have a community that they belong to. What do you resort to? Probably alcohol,
Masturbation.
all those things. Yeah. So no, it's the honest truth, right? There's a lot of things that a lot of people won't say it out loud, right? But they're going through stuff that because of isolation. If the devil wants to attack you, the first thing he does is to isolate you.
Yeah.
It's the honest truth.
Yeah.
He will isolate you and condemn you.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are going through like condemnation because they're isolated and they don't have community to share what they're going
through with.
Right?
Yeah, it's actually it's a very huge thing in that people being engaged in the community and stuff, which is why I like my things like jiu-jitsu. I don't know how much like that one is like, it's such a village that like they're like soccer.
It's a niche.
It's a niche where it's like, if you're someone who you don't have something that gets you in contact with other people in an honest, friendly way, then you need to seek it out yourself. You actually have to seek it out. Whether it's soccer, whether it's sports, whether it's I don't know, people maybe book club, exactly. Like
whatever it is, man. And is the honest truth is you have to find something that distracts you out of your. And that one brings me. Someone said a meeting once for the 4:30. I declined it. I'm like, go home.
Like 4:30 p.m.
Yeah. Why are you setting meeting for 4:30 p.m.? Don't you have a family? Don't you have family?
Literally the very last hour of work, the last 30 minutes of work.
It's like, don't you have kids at home? Like, don't you want to go home and have your little kids running to you and say, call you daddy or mommy? Why? Dude, I declined. Anybody that does that, I'm just like, you have issues. But it's so funny because the whole soccer team, man, I've met a lot of people, lawyers, doctors. And you just feel like you belong to something. You're looking forward to something every weekend. You guys are throwing jabs at one another. All these things are good distractions, right? But man, that joy. Don't stay home.
Yeah. Actually, man, I really this was a lot of
downloading.
Yeah, downloading. Like there are lots of things which I actually knew he would be a good podcast host for, a good podcast guest for rather. But then which then brings me to this. You should have a channel, my guy. You actually should have a channel. Like I feel like so you're someone like me who you actually, it looks like you do a lot of things. Yeah. So in some way, which is what I want to start encouraging. It's like I'm sure you have a lot of, for lack of a better word, content that you can put out.
I'm looking for a sponsor. I like to start a podcast, right? And for me, if I start a podcast, it would be more about like, I would like to interview like people in my field, not necessarily like that corporate people that can come in, because you need people that can feel free to share their stories.
When are you starting your channel? That's the important question.
I would have to have a co-host.
Really? Yeah, I've thought about that too, in how that might make my stuff better. But
you can have a co-host and then just bring a third person where you can have that conversation.
Yeah.
But I feel a crowd of, if it passes 4, it starts to feel like a crowd.
Yeah, and one thing I know for sure is that I don't want overproduction.
Yeah,
I will not take overproduction.
So how many, you drop one episode every month?
My intention is to do one episode every month.
And that's fine. Like,
it's a lot of people have told me it's not enough. A lot of people have said, I've heard a lot of things, my guy.
People that say that it's not enough, how do they want you to make it enough? What were the suggestions? Because the people you bring in, it's also important.
Yeah, and I absolutely believe in the quality. Like, I'm more interested. Like, I want to make sure the episode is to my satisfaction.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not going to just pour out episodes like every week just because I'm trying to compete in a market that a lot of people think I need to be posting every day.
No.
I'm like, fam, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, once a month, I feel once a month, people anticipate what you're going to drop. Like, maybe you do an advert the week before it drops.
Yeah.
But man, go at your own pace, right? What has killed people is people trying to go at other people's pace.
Yeah,
life. It's not what
it's not.
This life is individual race, man.
Man, yeah, I really, really appreciate you, man. I appreciate your time.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. It's good to hear you talk about your travels. Yeah, I feel like the premiership shit, we might do it again at the end of the year if you're down.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That's why I had to pull up to have your bold predictions. So I can hold you by your balls at the end of the season.
Yeah, if Liverpool does, man, I'm praying for Arsenal to win, please. I want them to just win one. It has been long.
It's been a hot minute.
Even if Man U doesn't win, that's okay. I've already made peace that I've already made peace that Man U is a bottom 10 team.
Yeah. Man, they still have this. I mean, I still believe them top 6 this year. I'm holding everything I have dearly, staking it on Manchester United.
I'm not serious, man. If Man makes top 6, man, I'll be there.
This is the OBAS podcast, the King's podcast.